This is a video for you if you play on the right side and you want to attack better. So today I'm going to give you 10 tips on how to attack on the right side for yourself, but also for your partner. So we are at the book course today in Noordwijkerhout and we're going to start right now. Okay. Ah, lekker boelie! And we have sales on justpadel.com.
I like it.
You like it? Good match. Tip number 1 is play your backhand volleys to the left player. Most players don't like it when the ball comes fast into the sidewall because the ball comes into the body, which is not an easy ball to defend because if you let it pass, look at where this ball is ending. It doesn't really reach the back wall, and if it does, my partner needs to come all the way here to defend that shot. So he's out of position, I'm out of position, space here, space everywhere. So you can open up the court by thinking about where the ball is ending. If you think about where the ball is ending, that's what you want. So sometimes we say attack to the center, but if you play the backhand volley to the sidewall, it ends up being in the center. So, you know, think in the future, you know. If you're playing that shot to the sidewall, it is very, very good that you only play this when you're in the good position. If you need to move to this side, you should not play to the sidewall because you need to recover that part. You need to defend this part again. So if you are moving to the left and you're playing to the right, that's not so good. So if you are in a good position and you are at the first post, because if you play from the second post, if you are a right-sided player that plays from far from the net, this is not a good option. So you can say, well, Sven, it's a very difficult angle. Yes, because you're not in the right place to play it. So if you're at the second post, just play cross. If you are closer to the net, after you played a good shot, or if the rally is there, play that angle and I'm in the right place. Facilissimo, facilissimo. So if it's higher, you can also play to the fence. So I would say that the height of the contact point is one of the most important things to discuss. Because if your contact point is here, that angle to the sidewall is not so amazing. If you have this contact point, is quite easy. So what I would recommend for you to do, that if you have a backhand volley that is like this, it's not a good angle to play. If your backhand volley is more like this, or you do it now because I tell you to do so. I told you to do it, so you have to do what I say. No, but if you have this preparation, more straight, very easy to make that angle. So if you're like somebody else, and every time I play to the fence, I hit the sidewall straight away. Okay. Hello? Okay. Focus, back. No more humor today. Only serious talk. Tip number 2. Play that vibora cross courts. Just stop playing the bandeja. Stop. It's too easy to defend. And also I've been putting so much players in the vibora, and they actually play so much better. If I let them play in the bandeja, they have to think about the swing so much that they make mistakes or they don't know where they are on the court. So vibora is easier for most players. If the bandeja is easier, go play your bandeja. If you play the ball on the left foot of the defender, yeah, they have to turn, and that's way more complicated. And they have a backhand. If you play to the sidewall first, they can block it. So if you play on the right side, in the center foot, this is the diamonds. The diamonds are there. If you play cross courts and they have the ball on the outside, The defender can play cross courts and they play to your fence, they play to your sidewall, they win the point, the tournament, everything. They go away with the cup like, hey, I won. Is that what you want? No. So play more in the center so they have to turn. Because the ball ends up being close to the glass and then your left-sided partner can help you out. So I will show you. I will just show you. Yeah, I will show you how it's done. So yeah, I go to do the... I play one now, yeah? You can watch me play one vibra. Yeah. Punto, I didn't even hit it well, but Sasha has to turn now, which is more complicated. You win the point. I want to introduce you my best friend. This is, I call him the fence. The fence has a lot of fence. If you play to the fence, you're going to win a lot of points. If they play to your fence becomes your greatest enemy. If you play on the right side, sometimes your left-sided partner has an amazing overhead that everybody needs to applaud like, wow, you are so good. And then they play to the right-sided player. But if you're close to the fence, you can play to the fence. Not your own fence, but the other fence on the cross courts. And if you are somebody that plays a lot of bandejas and has a low contact point, just play wherever you want. Sometimes the ball's higher. If the ball's high and you are close to the fence, play to the other fence to gain a lot of fence. Because it's very difficult to defend. It's all about angles and the height of the contact point. Hoppa, 1 point. Up. So hit the ball as high as you possibly can and make that angle to the fence to win that point. There's no way to defend the fence. Tactical tip number 4, which is actually a tactic number 4, play soft vibras or soft kick smashes straight. And this is something that I call the glue ball, because you want the ball to stick to the glass. Because if the ball is very close to the sidewall of your opponent, they cannot make an angle and they cannot play cross courts anymore. Which means your partner on the left side can step in, play the forehand, destroy everybody. In order to execute this shot very well, you need a lot of effect. Because if you play with a lot of effect, it's just like the ball bounces against the glass twice, or that you play into the corner. So playing this shot softly with a lot of effect is very complicated to defend. So what you should do is, if you play the soft vibra, to make a very small preparation. So have the racket against your head and try to hit it a little bit higher, I would say just above the head, and then slice a lot. So your racket has to go through the ball a lot like this. So imagine you toss the racket forwards. So a lot of effect. So it's not like this, because the ball will go out. It's like that. Ha! With the kick smash, you want to make a very small preparation as well. You don't go to this position because you're going to play too fast, but from behind the head, same preparation as the vibra, you go to brush a lot. That was quick, huh? So a lot of effect. So you're not hitting the ball like, but you're hitting. You can also play one flat. So soft. It's still difficult to defend. Side wall first or to the back wall first. It's like building up for another shot. You can also play the kick smash straight, but you do need a lot of kick. So if you have a very flat smash, you should not do this. If you can play with a lot of kick, don't play too hard, and then try to get it out. Yeah, but this should be for my partner, so this is why it's easy to play flat. Yeah, if it's not raining, it goes out. We've just been rained away of the court, so it's very difficult to show you the kick smash out of the court, because if it's dry, you know, I can do it, you know, but yeah. It's the rain, it's not me, it's not the racket. It's everything but me that the ball does not go out. But for this smash you need a lot of kick, so it's not like that, it's more like so. And only play this if the ball is coming to your right shoulder and maybe coming from the opponent in front of you, because if you get lobbed cross courts, it's very difficult maybe for you to time the ball correctly. Then it's easier to play the flat smash out. So this is the next tip, is play flat out of the court cross courts with your smash. So try to hit high on the glass, play flat, hit the ball as high as you can and play the ball downwards out of the court and then celebrate the point. So even on a wet court, flat smash works way better than the kick smash. Attack the overhead. A lot of paddle players are attacking to the player on the left side because there is a bigger chance of getting a forehand volley. If this happens, the player on the right side can try to poach or to attack or to position closer to the net in order to force them to play to the right-sided player. So we always have this view of the right-sided player by somebody that takes the speed out of the ball, that uses the walls, that builds up for the play for his partner. But it should not always be the case. A right-sided player has to be now more of a complete player. Not because LeBron does that on the right side, or Chingotto smashes more from the right side now, and Dineno as well. It's just because this is how the game develops. It's not about building up for the left player, it's building up for each other and trying to build up for yourself, or just trying to play to the worst player on the other side of the court. So you need to be able, if you're improving, to do multiple things. If they attack the middle very well, if you guys lob the player on the left, yes, you can move in as a right-sided player because you can cover this, and if you force them to play the angle bounce fence or bounce sidewall is a very complicated angle. So the closer your lob is to the sidewall, the more complicated it would be for them to play towards the fence and to the center. So then the left-sided player can stay at the back, they can defend, or they can do whatever they want. But because you're changing your position and you're getting closer or you're doing something else, sometimes your opponents need to change their decision and they cannot play their best kind of overhead shot, which is what you want basically, because with your positioning you can force a mistake. If you keep playing from defense, you keep waiting on the ball, you keep using the glass, or yeah, it gets a little bit the same, and that's not really what you want. The next tip is to play a lot of drop shots. So if you play on the right side and you have the ability to move in closer to the net, drop shots is amazing because you lure your opponent forwards, they're out of position, you can play soft to the fence, or soft to the center, or out of the door, and you have a lot of options. So dare to play the drop shot, dare to break the pattern, because most of the time, as a right-sided player, you're playing deep in the pattern, and they will not expect you to break the pattern. But don't play the drop shot from the second post. Make sure that when the ball is coming from the middle or from the left-sided player, to play the drop shots. First try, eh? Out. It's not raining at all, ladies and gentlemen. This is going extremely well. I want to finish this episode because it's raining. Also possible. Don't do the drop shot, remove it from the list. Tip number 9 is move closer. You saw me moving in with the drop shot, but we can only record from this because it's raining. from this angle. But if I play a very nice ball, I need to move in closer to the net. If you don't play a very nice ball, or if you play cross courts, so let's say I'm playing cross courts, I would move back cross courts and my partner moves closer to the net. So a good right-sided player plays from the first post whenever the ball is at the left player. And if they play an amazing shot, they move in even closer to do the drop shot or something else. Last tip, ladies and gentlemen, before we go, and because it's gonna rain even harder, faster, harder, I don't know. Por quattro. This is what I did with ITS. When I was playing with ITS, I said, we need ITS airlines. So I played an amazing vibra from the left side. ITS went here, boom, out of the court. So this is when I am on the left side, but I can build up for my partner. So if I played an amazing shot, I go close. So a very good shot means that my opponent is very close to the glass and has a very low contact point. So very low contact point, boom. Oh, that's a new one. That's a new one. I do one more, just for the fun. Nee. Very nice shot. Okay, I move in close to the net. Bang. So this is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to see more videos like this, then subscribe to the channel, like the video, because also we did this for you in the rain. Did I say it rained already? No, it rained today, so this is why we stopped the video now.
Adios. Hasta luego. Ciao, adios.
And, it was not perfect yet.
Hasta luego. Ciao, adios.
What she said. That's what she said.